Alert! 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 Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. This alert is a warning of the mass invasion of the planet Earth. QAnon invasion has begun. Let's get into my lesson. Today's topics: QAnon of United States Congress and America. 2. The true example of recycling of all criminals in CPP again. 3. Liberians need fresh breaths from new leaders. All of this is troubling. This is an invasion, not only of the American nation, but also in Africa and throughout the world. We are having a mass invasion of haters, or racists and race supremacists who were inspired by the almighty alien receptor himself, Donald John Trump. Let's get into my lesson. Where is our country going? We see that our man, Mitch McConnell behind me here, has lost control of Republicans. We see that people like Lindsey Graham up here behind me on this side. Oh, shucks, on this side. Lindsey Graham behind me, Ted Cruz, Jim Jordan have taken over with our sister here on this side here. I don't even know who she is. I think they call her Marjorie Taylor Greene. They have taken over the Republican Party, trying to relieve Liz Cheney of a job, of standing up for democracy in the United States of America and voting against Donald Trump, her fellow Republican and leader at the time, because he was not and is not and will not be ever competent to lead the United States of America. So all of this confusion is around returning the Republican Party to civilization, taking away the alien domination and influence that has transgressed our constitutional democracy and constitution itself, with the perpetrators of the alienization of America and Earth, with QAnon invaders, and especially the female, blonde hair, blue eye leader, Marjorie Taylor Greene. But God is with us, because the aliens can come, but they will not take over our land. They can use Josh Hawley as much as they can, and he will open his mouth and cry, and they will use Lindsey Graham. They will use Jim Jordan. Yes, on this side. Look at Jim Jordan. The man can't get no color in his skin. And that old man and perpetrator of racism, Brother old Mitch McConnell. The evasion has dominated the old man. The invasion has caused the old man, Mitch McConnell, to be pushed in the corner. The invasion of QAnon forces have shattered reality as we know it in America. Shattered everything we believe in. Shattered, shattered, shattered. So where is this QAnon brigade going to carry us. Our country is so shamed and disgraced by our Republican leaders in the Congress of the United States of America today, standing up and giving a standing ovation to this insane woman. Look at her. Insanity. With gun in her hand. All these conspiracy theories. Aliens coming. They are here now. We take these things for a joke. The woman said alien is involved in our country. Aliens are involved in our leadership. Aliens, aliens, aliens. And we're not paying attention to the woman. And now she is the QAnon representative in our Congress. And our congressional Republican leaders have lost their minds. They don't know whether they're going or they're coming. They don't know whether they're socialists or capitalists. All they know is that Donald Trump is a leader that they want. And he's seen mentally crazy, criminal old man leading a whole party of millions of people toward the rocky cliffs. And all he has to do is let Mitch McConnell enable him enough to put a crazy woman as the head of the QAnon invasion of the United States Congress and America. Then when I tell you I'm scared, you don't listen to me. But my Liberian people never listen to Chesson. They say Chesson from the old regime, Chesson Congo, America. They can't listen to him no more. They gotta listen to Prophet Key. They gotta listen to Pazawi. They gotta listen to Yosinde. They gotta listen to Grace and Hawa and all of them, because they are the names they want to hear. They never want to hear Chesson no more. So, good players don't fight for jerseys. They don't. I've been in America for 30 years. I've been doing my own thing. Now I'm afraid of the leaders we have, because all the way I've been talking and writing, do people care? Do people listen? Do people want to move our nation forward? Are we true patriots of earth, of decency, of peace, of honesty, of trustworthiness, of truthfulness? Look at all our leaders. Look at Putin. Look at King John. Look at the Arabs. Look at the Turkish. Look at all of the Arabs anyway. Look at all these other people in the world, man. Our world is going nuts. Nothing but dictators and people who killing and starving people while they're living in opulence. Ellen Johnson said the word. That woman always gave us the right words of the era that we're living in. And she's a part of it. She brought it on us. Opulence. She accusing her stooge, student, protege, and hand-picked successor, George Weah, of opulence. Why? She put him there. Now, his excesses have exceeded hers, and it's true, but she wasn't blatant. Now she pissed off that George Weah didn't so blatant and nobody talking. But all of this is the same alien invasion I'm talking about. Our world is invaded by aliens. And Marjorie Taylor Greene has been singing this song in her private life for years, that everything has to do with conspiracy, that there is foreign unworldly intervention in everything going on in our world. Then we say she lying? Look at this woman. We say she lying? The woman got the whole United States Congress of Republicans standing up and giving her a standing ovation for the transgressions she has made against America and American people, for the lies and the introduction of supernatural forces of alien origin into our society's belief. Now you want to tell me American people are not superstitious? You want to tell me American people say they don't believe in spirits and aliens and all those kind of things? Here is a woman, a QAnon invader of the Congress of the United States of America, put in power by masses of American people of like thinking, of like behavior, of like desires to have America and American people led by people like her. Then you'll say, there's no possession. There are no supernatural beings among us. This world is not inhabited with aliens. Now you're believing all the flying saucers and alien things you've been seeing. The government been saying no, that weather balloon, no, the testing, no, they never seen it. You're seeing the result of it now. The testing of alien babies, the missing peoples that have been complaining for years that they were missing and kidnapped and used as test tube babies and having the babies and pregnancy taken out of their body. Here is the example. Marjorie Taylor Greene. If she's not an alien baby, who is she? If she does not wield the power of alien forces to change the minds of the Congress of the United States of America that lead 74 million American people and is claiming supernatural beliefs, aliens intervention, the arrival of aliens, American government participation in the capture and killing of Americans by aliens. And she is in the United States House of Representatives. She made a speech last night, and all the Republicans stood up and cheered this woman. This is not natural. This is not real. For a woman of this character, for a woman of this belief, for a woman of this behavior, mannerism to rule American men with power we have never seen in America before. To have American men believing in space, aliens, and war perpetrated by the American government in support of the alien invasion of our country. Now we have a real alien baby leading the Republican Party. The invasion of the QAnon forces of unknown origin have captured the Congress of the United States of America. Our leaders are dealing in confusion in unknown territories that they themselves are so confused after being nearly killed, hanged, shot for real realism in real time. They are still reeling from the impact, the uprising, the insurrection, and now the new Republican leader of the QAnon forces of the United States Congress and the United States of America. Our black people, the same craziness in our country are coming to touch our own too. And our own is worse than this. But if this woman continues, our own will get worse. And we will die first because we are a poor nation. We already have no food, no money in the bank, no international community coming to us. When the Qanon forces completely overwhelms and take over the United States Congress, Africa and Africans will suffer like we have never known. Don't say, I didn't warn you. Don't say, I didn't get the message before the aliens came. I've been talking it for years, almost 4 or 5 decades now. We got to change our destiny. We got to unite our people. We got to stand strong. African Americans got people in Africa. People in Africa got people all over the world. And if we keep acting stupid, dumb, and blind, we'll all die from the evils, perpetration of wickedness, greed, and dishonesty against us by the new invading forces of the United States of America, QAnon. My young American children, you'll understand why I'm talking about more than your parents. They don't believe our planet can be invaded through our human beings who have been captured, kidnapped, and taken on spaceships of distant origins to test tube the fetuses of our women, of every race, to invent and produce biracial, planetary human beings that are humanoids to change the destiny of our country and people. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who espouses the teachings of aliens invading our country and interfering in the lives and processes of our government and people's lives, is in the United States House of Representatives, is leading men of Republican Party as never before. They fought against They fought against Kamala Harris being Vice President of the United States of America. And here now, they got a woman wielding a weapon and talking about aliens in our society as their leader. An extreme opposite to the government of Joseph Biden. If you all don't believe we are invaded by aliens who must control, remove from our society, and put into cages, it will be too late when we all wake up and find out that we are being led under martial law. Aluta! Continua. Democracy is the foundational stone of this earth. Wickedness, hatefulness, killing of the masses of our people is unchristian, and we must prepare the way for the coming of the kingdom of God, because we pray for it every day. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. We're waiting for aliens. Are these the aliens we've been waiting for? Are these the aliens that took Jesus, Elijah, Muhammad, and all the great prophets of the world up into the heavens? Not with the likes of QAnon and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Stand up, America. The invasion has started. My second lesson: the true example of recircling of old criminals in CPP. I don't know what happened to our world again. I don't know when this mass invasion of this planet started. Aliens been among us for long. They've been testing people of this earth for long. So why is the testing still going on even to this very day? Why are humans disappearing and losing track of time and coming back and not remembering where they've been for so long? And now we have mediums on TV talking about aliens. Coming to Earth. Watch the Dead Files. Amy Allen. She's one of the only mediums that I've seen on TV who talks about aliens. Who talk about people coming and taking people and she doesn't know where to take them and to bring them back. So that means we have these things that are supernatural among us. We talk about Bigfoot. We talk about all these monsters among us, in our midst. The Indian people, the Native Americans know about some of them, know their mystical powers. So we are just reliving all of this now with this alien invasion. And it's happening in Liberia too. Look at Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. It's not natural to our country that a woman will come and destroy our nation, sleep with all our strong men, she and her sister, direct them to a civil war that killed 300,000 of our people, plus the disease, Ebola, that further increased the demise of our people. And yet, the billions of dollars were coming into our country. And what did Ellen Johnson Sirleaf do? Put her children over every cent that came into our country and over our security so nobody could talk or question her and be afraid of the law. All our money missing. And this woman still has a hold on Liberia, like with her children. She said, a man like me can't come to serve my country because I talk against her. I talk against her excesses and leading our nation into a civil war because I have first-hand information. I have first-hand evidence that she was involved. She has been involved in killing our people. Then she come back and my representative from Rhode Island, Langevin, takes me to meet her and tries to tell her personally that I'm an asset to her. she gets mad at my representative and tells him, yeah, I know him, but he's not serving my government. And she walks off. Now, after 12 years of leadership, which I thank God I never served in this government. I pray, Lord, thank you, Jesus. I love my God. He never let me serve in this government. He never let me come near it. Despite the fact my own sister was telling them, what about Rodney? And they kept telling my sister, Rodney is not an asset to our regime. Why? Because they know when I got in there, shit will have to get straightened out, or Rodney is leaving, or y'all will have to kill me. And with my training and everything, and with me with Claire Johnson, it wasn't going to be easy. So to avoid all of that, God kept me all of the things. He showed me the corruption and the stealing from Charles Taylor. Then he opened my eyes to the treachery of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf against William Talbot, the man who brought her into prominence. She betrayed him and killed him for nepotism, corruption, massive stealing, all kind of things she did, our people did to the Liberian people. Now we come 40 years after what Ellen Johnson's children, after killing our 13 fathers and helping to overthrow our government that could be a thriving government and nation today. This witch called Ellen Johnson Sirleaf used her alien powers through juju or through whatever thing. Aliens control all that. Those are the same supernatural powers. They're all around us. They appear to people. They appear to people. So we know that it's real. We know that it's real. And we think people crazy. We think people crazy. My brother Leonardo, I remember long ago, I was sitting down talking, he was telling me, he said, you haven't seen nothing yet, man. You wake up and see let people coming in your room. He told me that. And I never forgot that. Because he told me something that was deep. And I knew it was deep. I knew it wasn't juju. I knew it was something special. Leonardo wasn't crazy. Leonardo was having visitations that he couldn't explain. And people couldn't explain it to him and didn't believe it and were telling him he was crazy. And yet they see crazy nut in the United States Congress today telling us that aliens interfering in our government. And this woman is in the highest echelon of American society. We got our aliens too. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her children. That natural in our country. We fight 14 years of war for corruption, for wickedness to stop. Then we come back, we are so blind, this woman destroy our country. All the real men gone so much that nobody can challenge Ellen. Nobody has the education or the will to challenge Ellen. Benana Ure, Ella Cummings, Walker, all of them are involved in the corruption and the destruction of Liberia and want us to forget it. Just like Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, Jim Jordan, and Mitch McConnell. They want us to forget it. They want us to forget of the evil they did to us more recently. And we are idiots. We are forgetting it. This woman has a hold over our country even till today. And we are idiots. Why? Because we have no leaders. Even in America, all the advocates talking, none of them are leaders. They don't know leadership. They just come and spew a lot of things that confuse our people more. We don't have leaders. And when we get leaders, we know we got leaders. Because our society will change over damn night. We'll move from darkness into the light. But when people want to kill a man like me because I want to teach them the truth and they want to follow nonsensical nonsense? How will I come to help you? I got to do it from afar. Now when I come here and talk about the corruption and stupidness in our Liberian families, some people get pissed off with me. That's why I posted this young lady's thing. What's her name? I just posted her thing on my page, but go on my page. She's talking about the same problem. Her name is coming to me. Her name is coming to me. I could go up and find her name, but I don't want to mess with my show right now. But I posted her name on my page. And she's talking about Liberian relatives who in Liberia. She's in Canada. Her name will come to me. Her name will come to me. I don't know. I had her name before I came on the show, but after talking, I'm an old man, you know. So anyway, she's in Canada. And she's talking about how her aunt called her and told her her life had changed. She was going to Australia. She needed money. She sent her some money. Never heard from the woman again. Then after a long while, the woman called her, tell her to come into America. She need help. That's what she said. Why would I help you? When she finally talked to her aunt through some trickery means of not disclosing who she was and calling her aunt, so her aunt picked up the phone thinking that was somebody else. Then she said, you mean you still in Liberia? You don't leave yet? Then she started insulting the girl. Because you sent me $250, now you want to control my life? So the girl said, oh, I'm happy and overjoyed that you're leaving and going to happiness. And I want to know you arrived to happiness. You talking about my $200? What is $200 to your life, to your happiness? And that's what I'm proud of. I'm fighting to see you laugh and smile again. Then all you're doing is trying to trick me for a meager $250 for petty change. That way you're trying to steal from me because there's something big in Liberia. And you think, you see, when our people do these things, we don't want to help you. Because I get people calling me every time for money. Oh, please give me this. I ain't got no money. I'm suffering. And one of the same boys who used to take care of me in Liberia, wash my clothes, cook my food, everything, he called me, Rodney, I'm dying. I'm so bad. So I sent him money. It wasn't 3 days later. The man calling everybody, he forgot that he had called me. He called me again. He told I was his uncle. So I'm on the phone. I see the line. I pick up. I said, yeah, bro. He said, oh, uncle, the meal. You promised me something. I ain't get it yet. I said, Mama, didn't I send you something 2 days ago? Oh, Ronnie, sorry. I tell you, my uncle. I tell my uncle, bye-bye. The man calling me now. This was 3-4 years ago. He calling me now for money. Why would I want to pick up the phone for that man? I know what he did. So you don't think you're fooling us in America when you're calling us for money? We know what you're doing. That's why when I tell you I do things from my heart. I don't do it because of what you're doing to make a living. If I want to help you, I will help you. All the people I help in Liberia, it's because I want to help them, not because I have an obligation. Because God tell me to help them. Jesus tells me to help them. And I follow that instruction. So you can beg me all day. If Jesus don't say help this person, how ain't going to help you? I ain't got no money. But Jesus will not let me suffer. So you can think I got money. The way I living, the way I dress. I will not suffer. I serve the living God of Jesus Christ. And he is my God. And now that I found him for truth, and I know the deception and betrayal of Liberian people, of the people of the world, even these QAnon racist people, I got nobody to trust in the world. The world has forsaken me. The world has forsaken me. So I only got Jesus Christ. And I ain't backing down from no damn person under this damn sun. I ain't backing down from the traitors. the racists, the rogues, the killers, the murderers, from the Jews, from the Spanish, from the Hispanic, from every damn race in the world. I ain't backing down from none of you useless, ungodly, unchristian people. I got to stand on my faith and on my foundation that has carried me this far for too long. And now that I've formed my God, now that I know the power of Jesus Christ, I ain't giving my God up. I gotta know. I gotta die. I'm a soldier, a Christian soldier. I serve the King, only the King, and nobody else. I'm not a holy man. I am a Christian soldier. And in this realm, where my people are blind to the realities of this life, and have come to this wheel of corruption, of nepotism, of racism, of tribalism, of every kind of thing. We are in this wheel, spinning, just confused. Why? Because we are lost our gods. We're dealing with juju and aliens, and your thing is foolishness. Your thing is stupidness. Your thing we just playing, it doesn't exist. You better open your minds and your eyes and ask how Liberia, a great nation like ours, can be a nation of recycling old, useless, corrupt criminals. How can we do that? We've been circling Ben Nigeria for 40 years. We've been serving Elliot Cummings for the past 12, 13 years. We've been cycling Joe Borka since Hector was a pup. We've been feeding him clothing, doing everything for this old man and spinning him around. And these are the same criminals. And we got the football rogue who was never educated, who was never civilized, who was never taught anything. But he was blessed with the acumens of an athlete. And he demonstrated it well. And our confused and criminal people, thinking of themselves only, thought of using this dummy who God put on a pitch to run like an animal up and down to entertain us. They took our entertainer and made him our leader. So we have a jester. You know what a jester is? A jester in the old days are the few jokers and clowns and athletes and acrobats that entertain the king and his men. So that's all he is to me, a man who entertains me. And you'll take this man and make him our leader. That demonstrates that Liberian society is not ready for the coming of the leader, the coming of Jesus' leader, the coming of the God sent. You're not ready to welcome him yet. You can make all your God sins and watch them bring you down. Now, as long as they don't call the name of Jesus Christ in honesty and pray for him to be the leader of our nation and the world, you have no God sent other than the Tony Commander J.R. Galpohkpa Chesson. Rise, my children. Rise. You will not go to heaven to see God to help you. I've been among you for 40 years, preaching the same song over and over. And now, if your eyes can't open and see the deception, the uselessness, the incompetence of Liberian men in Liberia today, my young children, you are blind and you have no future because God will not send the Tony Commander into a midst of unpatriotic, lost, and blind children. You will not kill me for trying to educate you like they did to my grandfather. Benjamin Green Freeman fought for Liberia, and his name is not even mentioned in the records and archives of Liberia. I will not be like my grandfather. I will not be like my father. I will not be like any of my fathers of the past. I am a prepared, wise, educated, and above all, anointed leader under Jesus Christ of Liberia. So if you don't know God sent, open your eyes and learn. Or you will live under leaders who will deceive you. Look at Congo. Look at Darius Dillon, who was just elected on the masses based on our trust and confidence that they encourage us by their actions to repose in them. Now they have been re-elected. What they did to us, slap us in the faces. Took the most criminal, an international criminal, a football criminal, the lowest criminal in our nation, a football criminal, and put him as the chairman of their party because of money. Now they have been elevated to the leadership of the opposition party, CPP, and who is their chairman? Liberia's most abhorred international FIFA criminal, Musa Hassan Bility. Liberian people are not wise. Why you think when I tell our calling and disdaining Darius Dillon and Tanga for making this man, Hassan Bility, chairman of LP, you all thought I was a joke? Now you got to face it. Musa Hassan Bility is the chairman of CPP for as long as Liberty Party is the head of the CPP. So this is the shame and disgrace and uneducated bullshit and visionless bullshit y'all bring to our country all the time. And for men like me to serve with y'all, it's hard. When all the people of Liberian are blind, they see but they can't talk. They talk but they can't see. Something is wrong. The aliens are here. Who is in Liberia ruling Liberian society? It can't be QAnon. So who are you people? Is it just Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the alien? You got to tell me, my children. Because right now, I really don't know who my people are. My people are confused and lost. So young children, my Liberian children, I got to take a break before I come to my last topic before I choke. Because the dumbness, the lack of competence, the grave immaturity of Liberian society, the grave lack of knowledge, education, and vision of Liberian society will cause a man like me to be killed. Just like Yansua was killed. Because of all those guys, Yansua was a man. He was the Auditor General. And you'll kill that man? And you expect me to come home? To what? To get killed too? You must be damn joking. That doing Commander Chesson learns from the examples of others who are patriots and are killed by useless dummies and slum lords and warlords and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf bitches leading Liberia. My Liberian people, my Liberian children, don't you all feel suffocated? Don't you feel like you can't breathe? Don't you feel so let down by your government and society that you don't know where to turn? It feels like you boxed in. You can't get free. That's how I felt in Liberia when I was on a door and wanted to leave Liberia so madly. Because all my education, I was threatened. When they killed Charles Bayon, when they killed Charles Bayon, when Lawrence Morgan disappeared, I was in the world of hurt. I was scared shitless. I had to leave Liberia. I felt like I was in a little box. That anything I say, these people will kill me. Anything I do, our country has gotten so bad and vicious. Don't you feel like that? You don't feel like that in Liberia? All the demonstrating, they're running around for $10, $5. You're fooling the CDC, dressing the CDC people to get $5 and $10. How long does that last? You're not tired? You already feel that good life? I couldn't breathe. Under Donald Trump for 4 years here, I felt the same way. Why do you think I'm speaking all of this against these white criminals and white racists and race supremacists? I felt the same way I felt when I was in Liberia. That my life was smothered. Smothered. I couldn't breathe. Smothering you with love and all that kind. But it was smothered with bullshit. Just lies. And for an educated men like me who have been through the treacheries and hardship and difficulties I've been through, not of my own volition, but because of my people and their thinking, I was petrified. I said, oh Lord, I'm coming to see the same idiosyncrasy, the same dummies, the same useless, low down underbellies of society rising up to kill me again, to make me run into hiding because of my color. Oh Lord. And you can't even say Christians because all the white Christians had joined Donald Trump to kill us. Where we'll go? Look at a woman with a gun, a crazy woman like this in the United States Congress. Where we'll go? Where we'll go? I've been smothered with wickedness. I've been smothered with hatred. I've been smothered with deception and lies all my damn life. And you better wake up. Because unless you all wake up when you reach my age and live in lies and deception and treachery, as we're going into Liberia now, you're just recircling the same corrupt leaders. No chance of hope for Liberian people. Instead of bringing new leaders, every time you hear somebody running for position, that is same Samboka, that is same Benin Ayue, that is same Prince Johnson, that is same Evan Snow, that is the same people who have been for Ellie Johnson into this government, and it's the same people that have brought our nation down to disgrace and disgust. My Liberian children, rise up. The revolution of the true Liberian people is now. Attorney Commander Galpohkpa is ordering my society to rise. Get rid of this government. Effective immediately. My children, the time of our people is now. I've been living on a uselessness and native useless leaders, Congo useless leaders, Ellen Johnson useless leader. All these people are aliens. I don't want to lead you. I seriously, I want to lead you, but I just want to change the system so we can have a chance to rise. I really don't. I'm scared. I'm scared of my own family. I'm scared of my own people. Where I come into, all my people like these CDC people, all of them behave like that. All of them act like that. But I want you, my young children, to understand that your future and destiny means a lot to me. I'm in my third stage of ulcer right now. I've been shitting blood for almost a month. My doctor looked at me, he said, why are you worried? What's stressing you out so much? When he said that to me day before yesterday, I made up my mind. I can't die for Liberian people. 3 also is strike out. 3 is strike out. I can't get no more also for y'all. I can't die for my people. No, no, no. I've been shitting blood for too long now. The first one they thought I had cancer. So you know how worried I was, how distressed I was. Then I got the second one. Now I've been on GI pills for my ulcer for years. And the ulcer is back. My doctor was laughing. He said, the pills didn't help you, eh? You know, when my doctor said those things to me, it made me think, why would I be so worried, so stressed out, so depressed, and getting ulcer for people who don't care about me? People who say, to hell with Rodney Chesson, what he talking don't mean nothing to us. Who continue with this tribalism and uselessness. I resign myself no more to suffering for Liberian people. I will get ulcers no more in my life, worrying and stressing myself out about Liberian people. My father told me I had a choice to stay with them or to choose my own path. I did that with my brothers and sisters. Now I'm about to do it with his Liberian children. Enough is enough. I got my life to live. I will not get another cancer like ulcer. Worrying behind, being stressed out, and being just brought down because I want my people eyes to open. I want my people senses to be uplifted. I want my people Christianity to be profound so they too can see the light that I see and rise up from mediocrity. Rise up from slumpness. Rise up from impoverishment. Rise up from suffering. Jesus Christ is not a God who makes us his people and subjects us to suffering, subjects us to enslavement, subject us to the wills of other people. If we are Christians and we believe in the Lord's Prayer, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. We have a duty to clean up our environment, to restructure our society, to be more fair, more honest, and more equal, because we have to prepare ourselves for the coming of the kingdom of Jesus Christ. Do you understand what that means? Do you people who believe in Jesus Christ understand what that means? Then look at our society. Look at Liberia today, the feces running through the street. Look at Liberia today, our women are being raped with impunity. Our laws are broken with impunity. There is no money in our country with impunity, and we take the same leaders who have brought us to this state of nastiness, of dirt, of slum living, to be our leaders again and again and again. I cannot bring the blessings of the Lord Jesus Christ with me to Liberia. I have to sit and wait until Jesus tells me, Chesson, go home to die. That's the only thing I would do, because my death will help my people resurrect. The time of the Liberian people is now. If you all want to prolong your sufferings, you're dying, you're living in slum, in feces, in waters that are germ infested, and your children's lives are at risk of a dangerous future. I've led you to the well, to the spring, to the hole, to the lake, and I can't take you no more. My life is in danger, even as I speak to you in this foreign land, because I have to stop worrying and being sick, literally, because of Liberia and Liberian people. My health and safety comes first. Aluta! Have a good day.